Iris and Olgierd.
Prenuptial agreement. We, the undersigned, Iris Bileswitz, and Olgierd von Everett have agreed to seal our love in a matrimonial contract, to bind ourselves to certain covenants. Let this document stand as an oath before the gods, and all that we hold holy, that till death do us part. We shall treat one another with mutual respect and give due hearing to each other's requests and opinions. Separation shall come. We shall each retain all property, both movable and immovable, which is brought into the marriage. And additionally, each shall keep any presents given by the other during the duration of marriage. The income which each receives, each shall spend as he or she sees fit, with all costs related to the maintenance and upkeep of mutual possessions being divided equally between the parties. Signed, Iris Bileswitz and Olgierd von Everett. Sounds pretty fair.
So that's how he whiled away the long winter evenings. A knife covered in blood. Guess Olgierd got the scars on his shoulders that winter. Her father must have been holding the contract.
Furthermore, it is agreed that Iris shall be accorded the respect she is owed, that you shall heed her counsel and requests, and...
Get to the point, Father. My patience runs thin.
Gladly. On Iris's request, I declare this marriage null and void.
You vowed to remain with me, till death do us part.
And I've held to my vow. The Olgierd I married is no more.
Breaking a word once given does not come that easy. Believe me. You shall stay here, forever.
Enough! You will not command us. You will...
Father! Father! No!
Servants, take this carcass and feed it to the beasts.
Ghouls. Makes sense. Elsewhere there's gonna be more spiders.
Then von Everett ceased to be human.
Loved his wife.
No, he merely remembered that he should love her.
Let's go upstairs.
More blood, but seems to be an appropriate place.
We spent much time together here, the three of us.
In silence.
We'll take our places, the same as then.
You do the rest.
Who's the caretaker? Creepy as fuck. How could you do this, what's his name again? How could you do this, Von Everett? He's got a fucking, you know, after marrying his got GF, and he still he isn't happy with it.
Animal hair. Single place setting. No others on the table.
One used for a candle.
Ladder. A large clay bowl. Small bowl. For soup, maybe? Claw scratches.
Maybe these were... They did get those pets, and they end up dying. Spirits possess the cadavers.
Got something wrong.
Small bowl, I guess, for the pets.
There we go.
Maybe a big bowl for dogs.
This was yours.
Ah, yeah. due to how dark it is, it's hard to tell. Ah, and you had the food platter. Yeah, due to how dark it is, it's kind of hard to tell where's what. But he made a deal with someone, and with a spirit, and he's put himself in the circle. Any chance possession? They're talking about hosts. I'm gonna guess no.
Catch. You actually ate from these bowls?
Of course not. I already told you, we're not animals.
But the caretaker would set them out all the same, as ordered.
Another monstrosity. I begged you to stop this. Those two are too many as it is.
The dog and cat keep you company. This one will protect you. Care for the house, no matter what happens.
Before, I wished to know what was going on in that head of yours. I thought perhaps I could help. Now, I care not the slightest what you think or how you feel.
I feel nothing.
Just as I no longer know if I still hate you. Go, Olgierd. I want you out of my sight.
Olgierd von Everec failed to understand we'd never be able to replace him.
His spectre now casts a shadow over Lady Iris's every remembrance. We're almost at our journey's end.
What's there?
Iris von Everec's greatest fear.
Well, none to recreate further, I guess.
My dearest wife. Letters from Olgierd to Iris. Were I only as skilled with words as I am with my blade. Especially now, when an icy void grips my heart. I see how you look at me, and I see you with her. I cannot help you, but I believe I can cease harming you. This letter and this rose are my farewell. May you live in health, and remember but the good times. Olgierd.
Alright, is there like something out of Silent Hill or Amnesia? Power of meat, heal me!
You wonder the delusion. Live happily ever after.
This Olgierd seems to know a bit about what's happening. Surprising. I seem to have inherent slowdown on my weapon. I did not realize. Oh no, the frost. It just didn't have the effect. I swore it looked different. So I was thinking I did something separate. You know, I'm actually torn. I dislike Olgierd, but at the same time, I do feel bad for him. And I do feel bad for the missus. I'm not quite as torn on her. Also, when I was saying that, or about, you know, one being worse than the other before, I wasn't saying as in the other wasn't bad, just, again, one's a 9, the other's a 10, or, you know, 9.9, 9.8, you know? Scale of 10, you know? Huh, echoey. And again, like I said, it's up to perspective. And, well, point of view, and, yeah, point of view, it's an individual's point of view. And, you know, that and whatnot. Just thinking about that again and again, I'm just fretting about it. Could have edited it out, but I'm tired of doing so under the fear of someone taking issue. We're getting easier. I was kind of expecting them all to come at me at once, so I was going to just spin to win. Well, it turned into a very different boss fight, so no need.
That's a dangerous man. Chosen to deal with Richard.
For a moment I was inside Olgierd. The Scoia'tael edition. Oh shit, you can aggro. Maybe there's an achievement for killing all at once. Engaging all at once. Maybe, maybe not. Not too interested in trying to find out. I wonder if the man you left behind was the chick that gave you the quest. You know, to find who killed her comrade. There we go. Yeah, that was kind of odd. Flickered back in for a moment. Not sure if you could see it. I record in 30 frames per second, but you see it. Well, I record in 30. You see it. I see it higher.
You're not him.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place. I'm sorry. I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber, at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at it, until at last it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose. When you placed the sketchbook on my grave, I remembered learning to draw my husband's face. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
Your husband's got a powerful enemy. Gaunter O'Dim. Know the name?
I curse the day I first heard it.
Who is he, and how'd he step into your lives?
It's my fault. It was for me Olgierd summoned the Man of Glass. And it was my fault he wished for riches, then immortality for us both.
Explains everything here.
Olgierd will best O'Dim, won't he? Now tell me, how is my husband?
I think this is accurate. I think he puts on the show of it, but he's still wounded underneath. He's still injured. It's all bravado.
Your husband hunts out ever stronger sensations. He tempts fate, because at heart he's unhappy.
At heart he is stone, so nothing has changed. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Got a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
That's what's keeping her here.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
A friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose, feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this world.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest, if I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
I can't take the rose.
Is it not what you came for?
Can't force Iris into oblivion. She thinks and feels still, and she's no danger to anyone but intruders.
Look at her. Look at her world. She's doomed to relive the painful past eternally. Take the rose. Show her mercy.
What should I do? What do you want me to do?
I do not know what I want. I'm so very, very afraid.
They want the rose to be taken so they'll be free.
You too. You want me to take the rose, trying to convince me. Why?
We want to help Iris von Everec. And you.
Generous demons? I don't buy it. Because you are demons, right? You were to serve Iris until the end of her days. End didn't come with her death, so you were sentenced to stay in the world of her torment for all time. Can't break the contract yourselves, so you need me to do it for you. If I take the rose, Iris will cease to exist, but you'll also be freed.
You're right. But are we wrong to want that? Our intentions are pure.
We're but bit players in this tragedy. A performance has gone on too long. We can't help the mistress, and her fate no longer moves us.
Can we be blamed for simply wanting to leave the stage?
No, not particularly. She does want suffering to end, but she's scared of oblivion. Oblivion isn't too bad as long as you aren't acknowledging, can't acknowledge it, I suppose. Though our fear is she'll be stuck in it for eternity. But at the same time, like basically, you're torn between these two. Taking the rose will hopefully will cause her suffering to end, but could cause her further suffering of trapped in oblivion, or complete amnesia and trapped in oblivion. While leaving her with the rose will keep her here, where she can remember stuff, but she's stuck from reliving the most painful memories of her life. Maybe not the most. I'm thinking the initial one wasn't too bad, and the one with them at the fountain, that was pretty good. Though it's just everything's tainted by Olgierd, memories of Olgierd, I suppose. She doesn't know what she wants. She's torn between the two. I think I'm torn between these. I'll save Scum.
I won't decide your fate. I can't accept the rose.
Will you leave empty-handed? What about your task?
Rose stays with Iris.
So that is how it's to be. Perhaps in the years to come, another will appear to free us.
I don't know that you've chosen wisely. And though I feel no gratitude, I'll not send you away empty-handed. Look, the petal edges darken. The flower closes and I am overcome with sleep.
Good night, stranger. You must leave. The rose awaits outside this world, while I descend once more into my dream of what was.
Olgierd, I wish to be with Olgierd, to gaze into those eyes the devil would be proud to have.
Farewell. markings changed. Got the violet rose there now. And Iris, ready to see her husband again.
I wonder if we can stick him into the painting. Probably not, no.